Hello, welcome. Who's here? Hello, hello. My name is Tanya Sinica, and I'm the boss lady of Hit Splits Coaching. And I'm the boss lady and the birthday girl this week. Yeah, my birthday was 2 days ago, and for once I am taking the time to celebrate and to acknowledge and to be grateful about being alive for another year, for another fun year, for another joyful year, full of opportunities, full of fun and love and moments like these. Who's joining here? Please welcome me and say where you're joining us from, and if you have any questions or if you would like to say happy birthday to me. Thank you everyone who did, and thank you everyone who's sending positive energy and just love through the waves, through the cyberwebs, right? And for those who know me, you probably are aware of the overscheduler and high performer Tanya. Super organized, always well planned, always, done, and check, and let's do this, let's do that. Oh, this needs to be done, this needs to be taken care of. Yes. Who knows that? Who identifies with that? And who likes to do nothing? So raise your hand, or actually here you can't raise your hand, we're not in a Zoom session, so type nothing if you're a fan of doing nothing. Who likes doing nothing? And let me read what I posted yesterday on Facebook and Instagram. I found this quote on the Mr. Google, and among images, and it was just so perfect. People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day. A.A. Milne. Sorry, it's not my quote. I did not come up with it. I do, however, love it. People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day. So for the next 2-3 minutes, I will give you a little story about how I came from doing way too much to almost nothing. And if you're interested, bear with me. You might learn a thing or two, or you might laugh with me about my journey. That's not even close to be done, and I'm happy to be on it at the same time. So people say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day. Who loves doing nothing? Write nothing, type nothing if you love doing nothing. And I would like to share a little story. Well, basically, it's my story that I've always been working hard and working a lot. And when I say working, I don't really mean working for work. It's also like a lot of sports, a lot of, I studied 4 languages. I have a master's in translation and interpreting, and a master's degree. And I studied 4 languages: English, French, Slovenian, and German. And in Europe, it's a norm. It's normally you study 3 languages. So it's your mother tongue, it's your second language, and your third language. Well, no, I couldn't make up my mind between English and French. So I'm like, what the heck? I'm just gonna take both and suffer through, because honestly, it was a heck lot of work. Sometimes I had over 25 hours of lectures or like classes, courses, plus double this amount of time to do work at home, homework. We had a lot of homework, less studying, but studying was in form of homework. So already here, I did a lot, and I did every day at least 1 or 2 hours of sports, because this helped me to do my 25 hours of university per week. Apart from that, I went out. Of course, come on, early 20s, of course you're gonna go out and dance and evacuate the stress. And I was working too. I've always been working full-time or part-time, actually ever since I was in my at the beginning of teenager years. So overachieving is something like a norm for me. Hi James, maybe you, James, as well can identify with this. it's like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and there's no questioning why. It's just, I gotta do this and that and A, B, C, D, E, F until Z, you know? Why? Because, right? Because I said I will, because I made up my mind that I will do A, B, C, D until Z. And everything has to be done when? Well, now. So that's where overscheduling comes from. That's where overachieving comes from. I also was working full-time and studying for my sports instructor certification, and working on the side on translation projects with my freelance clients. I was already then giving classes in sport in gyms, and at the same time studying HCI, I mean the coaching, excuse me, don't maybe necessarily not know those things, those acronyms. So I was studying coaching as well, and then I started having coaching clients, and everything was just like adding up and take a little class here, a course here. I loved it all, and I thought I loved it. Actually, I did love it, and I thought that I needed it. I thought it was crucial for me. So last year, pretty much around this time, I was at an edge, at the very close edge of a burnout. And if my husband and I had not taken 3 full days off for Easter weekend a year ago, I would have been like knocked out for sure, like bluntly knocked out. Thankfully, I was able to, you know, slow down and get up before I completely fell down. And then I was like, yeah, okay, this is what I need to do. Okay, I'm gonna quit my job, focus on coaching, focus on clients and sports and my studies. Good. Well, I quit my job last September, and then bam, I got a big project on translation, and I'm like, okay, once I'm done with this project, I'll be fine. Bang! Once I was done with this project, another one came up, and I'm like, this and this and that, and once I'm done with, all of a sudden, this year, I'm like, for God's sake, there's always once I'm this, once I'm there, once I'm done, and you know, I've never been a fan of futuring something, like once I am, for example, married, right? I don't know, I've never said that. Once I'm retired, we hear this all the time, right? Once I'm this, once I'm that, once I'm there, once I'm on vacation. Now, once never happens. I'll repeat that. Once never happens. It is either now or never. James says, same, I quit my job to follow my dream. I have projects piled up. Yes, I have projects piled up. And guess what? Let me share something with you. Let me share something. How do I turn here? I think I can switch it. So here it is. You're gonna see my office. This is my coaching office, cozy. And here is my Eisenhower Matrix. The Eisenhower Matrix consists of 4 parts, and thanks to Alejandra Zaki, she showed me this. Urgent, not urgent, important, not important. Going back to my dull face. You saw that? Eisenhower Matrix is about priorities. Is about really what is important. And I thought everything was important. Now, what is really important? If it's urgent and important, do it. If it's not, can it wait? Most probably it can, because guess what? Today doesn't wait. Your self-care will wait if you choose, but your well-being won't wait. It either is there or is not. So my big, huge breakthrough came pretty much end of February this year, when I realized that I don't need to change what I do. I simply need to change how I do things. And moreover, who am I when I do things? Who am I being when I'm doing A, B, C, D and never stopping, going from one check to another, to next. Celebrations were a nuisance because it would prevent me from achieving the next thing. And I'm like, no. That once I will have time for myself, is no longer once. It's now and it's non-negotiable. And I could go on, and I wonder now, is this making any sense to you? Because what I'm not saying is never again do anything. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there is always a time to do things, and I'm going away from the word should, but there is supposed to be always a time to do nothing. The balance exists when you know when there's time to do things, when there's time, when am I supposed to be productive, when can I be productive. By the way, I have a little hint. When your cup is full, do something, be productive. And then there's always time to do nothing. And that's where you feel like, I don't want to be productive. And sometimes you think it's your critter brain, but it's actually not. It's actually not. So, long story short, obviously, there's a little meaning in there, and I've been practicing it. I've been practicing doing nothing way more than in the past. And you know what? It's been fantastic. I'm following the Eisenhower Matrix. If you missed it, go back. I showed it a couple of minutes ago. The little squares, important, urgent, not important, not urgent. And so I'm really focusing on finding out what is important and what earns my focus and my attention now, what can wait, and which part of my body wants what right now. So my coaching clients, they are discovering with me and on their own, with my guidance, how to listen to their body, and not only to their bodies, to their mind and to their soul, so that we no longer have to work hard. But like my husband yesterday said, Sammy, we no longer need to work hard. We need to work with our heart. And those are two very different things. When you have this, you're in the flow. You're in such a flow, you just take life with both hands and with a big spoon, and you just celebrate every minute of it. So would you like to know more? Would you like to feel this? Are you ready to take your life with both hands and know and feel, okay, yes, now I want to be productive, and now I want it. Now I have to, not I should. I want to. When you reach that, you're there. You're like, yeah, you're in the flow. You're like, I can do anything. I can go for that, and nothing can stop you. Until you don't feel like we want to, don't go for it. Enjoy doing nothing. Let me know how you found this. Let me know if you have any questions. And next week, I'll be checking in from a very special place on earth and in my heart. So keep in tune, or how you say this, stay tuned. And in 2 weeks, I'm already pre-announcing it. In 2 weeks, we will have a rapid Q&A, so rapid question and answer, a session. So show up, or you can also send questions in advance, private message over here, or any way you like. I'm lucky, and I'm looking forward to answer all your questions in 2 weeks. And next week, stay tuned, we will be checking in from a very, very hot, beautiful, warm place. For now, I love you all and enjoy doing nothing.